Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome to the complete Dart programming language tutorial that I'm gonna videotape in the upcoming months. And I'm gonna upload all of them in my YouTube channel for you all to use and enjoy free. Uh, First of all, let me tell who I am. I'm a computer science student and a mobile development enthusiast, and I have been working in this field, mobile development field, for a while, and I have gained some experiences. I have used native mobile app development and also the cross-platform uh, frameworks that are available, like Flutter and React Native, and uh, I kind of enjoyed Flutter, and I am using Flutter in my job, and I'm really enjoying this technology. So we all know that for Flutter, we need to know the programming language called Dart, and this is the actually hard part because not many people out there know Dart, and there are really few tutorials on it, and the people who want to learn it are pushed to just read books or just read the documentations of this uh, Dart team and to learn the language. And that is how I learned it too. And that is not that cool because I'm, and many of you out there are the video kind of per people who do not like to uh, see books and read them to learn how to code, but you prefer learning with video tutorials. So I didn't have that, but I thought it would be cool to make videos on it and let people uh, learn that better, easily and more smooth and faster way. So I'm gonna videotape this course to help you learn this programming language, and we are gonna talk about it. We are gonna make the whole series in a playlist, and you can use it, you can share it, and you can ask the questions in the comment section, and I'll definitely answer every question that you ask there, and as soon as possible. So let's get into the course and let's just start. Today we are gonna cover the introduction to this programming language, and we are gonna discuss about what this programming language is and the general ideas and things about it. The next tutorials will go for setting up the environment for coding, and also we'll get into code in the next tutorials. So in this lesson, let's jump into the general things about this programming language. So as you see, let's first of all ask and tell what the Dart programming language is. Dart programming language is the programming language that Google firstly initialized and developed and released that in 2011. And in that year, Google wanted to introduce a programming language that can be used in web development and in their browsers. And the mission was to gradually overtake the web development world that was under control of JavaScript with Dart. And they wanted to do this, but actually they weren't that much successful in that. And as you see, still there are millions of people using JavaScript, and JavaScript is everywhere, and Dart could not even get close to the amount of Dart developers or the use cases and all. So Dart kind of has failed in that section and that mission, but Google itself is using it a lot in every kind of thing that they produce. For example, Google Ads service, which is the main source of income of this giant tech company, is written and implemented by the Dart programming language. So Google is using it a lot, but outside that, in the web world, and not many people are using it, and that is why it is not so popular. And JavaScript is still there; people are still using it, and uh, Dart is not gonna be able to replace that. So why are we gonna learn it? Dart was kind of ignored by majority of the people and didn't have that much population till 2017, where Google itself uh, introduced a cross-platform mobile development framework called Flutter. And as we know, and as most of you are here for learning Flutter, Flutter just uses the Dart programming language as the main language to develop those apps, the UI, the backend, and everything. So that year and afterwards, many people and developers were introduced and intrigued and excited to learn Dart, and that is where Dart got kind of more popular than before. And today we see that most of the people that are using and trying to learn Dart are learning it because they want to be able to use the Flutter framework, which is a great framework, and we may have some course in that too after this Dart course, which would be cool. So let's get into the application itself. About the language itself, Dart is an object-oriented uh, language, programming language, which means that everything inside this programming language is a class. And by, by, by this, I mean everything, even functions are. And there are no primitive data types. Everything is a class. And this is a completely object-oriented programming language. And about the syntax, uh, Dart programming language is has a syntax so similar to JavaScript and Java, and it's like a mixture of them. Which, when you read some the Dart code, you feel that in some parts it is so similar to Java, and some part is so similar to JavaScript. So if you have and you are a already a JavaScript or Java developer, you'll be able to adapt and understand Dart so easily, and you'll not have that much trouble. So good news for you Java and JavaScript folks out there, uh, for who want to learn the Dart programming language. And about the uh, data types and variables in Dart language, I should say that it is a mixture of dynamic and static type management system, which you can define variables in a dynamic way, how in JavaScript every variable is defined, or in a static way, which is how in Java and many other languages uh, the variables are defined. So it is a mixture of a static and dynamic uh, type kind of programming languages, which you choose, and will cover when to use dynamic uh, type reference and when to use static types in Dart. We'll cover them in the upcoming lessons. So about use cases. The main use case that the Dart programming language has is inside the Flutter framework. And as I said, and people are using it to make cross-platform mobile apps. And the other use case is for web development. Everything that JavaScript could do is refer to Dart 2. Dart can do them too, and the Dart can be done and used for backend development in web and also for front end. So another use case which is not that popular is to use Dart programming language for web development, backend and front end, both possible. And about the Dart ecosystem, Dart is not just a language. Dart is a set of complete ecosystem which provides developers with tools that they need to develop apps with Dart. About the tools, Dart has an editor made by Google called Dart Editor. It is an Eclipse-based editor that developers can use to develop Dart applications. And also, this is not the only choice, and actually, many developers use other IDEs or text editors like VS Code or IntelliJ IDEA, uh, which we will cover in the next tutorial on how to set up them and how to get them up and running and starting to code. And another tool that the Dart ecosystem has is Dartium. Dartium is a Chromium-based web browser used for uh, running Dart code and in comparison to Chromium or Chrome. The difference is that here inside the Dartium you can run Dart code without needing to recompile that to JavaScript. Now we know that normally every web browser has an engine, has an interpreter of JavaScript, which compiles JavaScript, runs that and all. Normally, if you want to run your Dart code on Chrome or other uh, web browsers, you need to firstly uh, compile your Dart code to JS, which is used with Dart2JS tool, and then the web browser will be able to run it because browsers can run JavaScript. But in Dartium browser, which is developed by Google and is available for free to install, uh, the browser can run Dart itself without needing to recompiling that to JavaScript. The next tool is Pub. Pub is the package manager for the Dart programming language, like npm for JavaScript, Node.js, like Maven for Java, and other things for programming languages. Pub is the package manager for the Dart environment, which can be used, and we'll show how to use that. DartDoc. DartDoc is the tool that is used by developers to document their code, and same as JavaDoc and other doc uh, documentation tools that our programming languages have. Dart has a documentation tool called DartDoc 2. And about environments, browser virtual machines and server virtual machines. And as I told you, uh, Dart code can be run on the client side, which is the browser virtual machines like Dartium, Chrome, or other internet browsers, and also on server virtual machines because Dart can be used for server development too. And here are the environments. And since Dart has a virtual machine, it can be run on both sides, on a server, on a desktop computer, on the browser, on everywhere. And we'll cover them all on how to set it up on the desktop and every stuff. So here is the basic intro to Dart programming language. And In the next tutorial, we will talk about how to get your development environment up and running on your system, installing IDEs and text editors, and introducing how you can code inside, and about Dart. And also, we'll set up the Dart SDK and we'll get that completely running on your system, and we will start to code in the next tutorials. So see you later, and take care. Just comment every question that you have. I'll answer them certainly, and catch you later. If you haven't subscribed and you're new to channel, uh, feel free to subscribe and hit the like button, and we'll see you later. Have a nice day.